Hey, Jay here with Brandon, and got some technical issues here because I want my sister to join us, but it's not letting me post the link in the chat here. Let me try that again. I don't know why. Yeah, YouTube rejected your comment. This is fairly common when sharing a link. You may need to share the link another way. So I was trying to get her email because I forget what her email is, but I haven't got a comment from her. So, sis, if you could post your email in the chat there, and I'll email you the link because I forget what the name of your email is. I've got it saved, I think, on my contacts, but I forget what it's called. So, if you're watching, because you signed in there and says "Yay a show," so. But and be right back, guys. Entertain the crowd, Brandon. I'm gonna grab a beer.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since we did a show, but we did all kinds of it's been quite eventful since we last did a show, so we have a lot to talk about, and we saw Obsession. We saw a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to remember everything we saw, but we saw a lot of stuff. Oh, you got a Godzilla can? That's cool.
Well, this is you. You gave this to me.
Oh yeah.
It's a Pabst Blue Ribbon, but it's a Godzilla.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my screen is like the screen super duper small, so I can like barely see us. I was wondering what you were holding up.
Well, you can't do anything to
Make it bigger now. I'm using a smartphone, so normally it doesn't do this. I guess we're just having like all kinds of tech issues with Streamlabs. I think they
like
kind
I
of
say,
are
I'm not
StreamYard.
here, but Kathy, if you whenever you can, if you would post your email down there, and I'll send you the link if you want to join us. But
I just
it won't
finished
let
that.
me.
Oh, I just finished that Milk and Cereal, and I liked it better than the other movie we're going to talk about tonight.
Let's see that because I want to make sure we get all the names right. Curry Barker, yeah, that who directed Obsession and that short film Milk and Cereal that's on YouTube. I definitely would suggest anyone that's interested in his particularly if you've seen Obsession, you need to see Milk and Cereal because it's really good. Um, it's a short film that he directed. I think it helped him get the job or get the funding for Obsession was Milk and Cereal.
He does know how to use a low budget to his advantage, though. I'll definitely say that.
Well, I guess, like I say, that's I don't know what the deal is with Kathy. She may be off doing something, but you assist when you get back, if you would post your email down there, and I will email you the link because I forget what it's called. I've got it, like I say, I've got it in contacts, but I forget what your email is called. So I don't know how to look you up. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and we've got we. I know.
We're live.
Hang on, that's Kathy. Go ahead and entertain them, Brandon.
Oh, Jay, did I tell you the electrical lines fell down in West? Oh, he walked off. Anyways, in my hometown, the wind blew so hard it knocked down the power lines, and they're fixing it. I don't know what it is, man, but this weather is not the same weather, especially in Texas, that it is. And we have crazy weather, man. It was like Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy's in the house.
I have you on contact. It should show up when I press it somewhere. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, did I tell you the electrical lines fell down in West?
The world's coming to an end here. I don't know what the deal is because she said that she commented several times, but I'm not seeing her comment. So I don't know what the. Are you seeing her comments?
Dude, I'm literally looking at a screen that's like super duper
Okay.
small. I can barely see us. And we're
Uh,
both, you're blind in one eye and nearsighted, and I fucking have Coke bottle glasses. So, yeah,
well,
I
hang
don't know.
on. Well, I don't know because she said she posted it several times. But
Well, while you look for that, man, like I was telling the video, dude, our power lines fell down like the pole. They had to have people come out and fix it. I didn't lose power though. Everybody else did.
okay.
I lucked out.
All right, just a minute. Such technical business. But let me see here if I can send this link to Sis. Sorry, folks. Technical issues. Hopefully, gonna get this straightened out. All right, hang on. All right, I've emailed her the link. Hopefully, she gets that. But I don't know what the deal is. I'm not seeing the comments that she said she posted it several times, but I'm not seeing any new comments. I'm just seeing what YouTube is saying that I couldn't post a link. But anyway, let's.
Okay. I'm seeing the comments whenever you click the little chat. Everything's different now. So you see like a little text message logo at the bottom of the screen. If you click on that and then you go on the comments and you click the comments, it'll pull it up.
I'm clicking comments, but the only thing I'm seeing is Kathy saying, "Yay, a show," and then me saying, "Give me your email, sis," and then the two red lettered warnings from YouTube telling me that I couldn't post a link. That's the only thing I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And but hang on here. There she is.
Everything's just. I think they did an update to the StreamYard because everything looks super different.
Well,
But yeah.
it kept telling me to even write. At first, I tried it once, and after you sent it, Bub, and it come through, and it said, you can enter studio, but you will have no mic. You've got to do it through another browser. I said, so I installed that and then went back in the link, and here I am.
Well,
Yeah.
if anyone's watching, and I see they got 3 people, it may just be us 3.
Yeah,
If anyone's watching, if you would comment, and let me see if I see the comments, because Kathy said she commented, I didn't see any of her comments. All I'm seeing is what is YouTube warning me that I couldn't post links. I see your yay a show.
yeah. And then after that,
but that's all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any comments that you've made.
Well, I'm here finally, so that's okay. Hi, Brandon.
It's a very rare thing when sister goes to see the same movie that me and Brandon saw.
Yeah, it is.
Saw it the same day, and
well, I saw mine last night. Did y'all see y'all's yesterday?
yeah, what is that? 4:15, I think is when it started.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you have
Yeah.
an hour with the previews and trailers and all that stuff.
We had kind of an annoying theater, so that could be why I didn't like it as much as some
We
other
did
people
too.
did.
Me too. There's
Well, we had, the stereotype is that black.
No,
people,
the black lady was funny. I was all right
Yeah.
with her. It
Well,
was
but
the other
the
one.
stereotype is because and this is something all the comedians have made comments about this. That black people talk to the screen at horror films. Well, there was a black girl on the left of us with her friends, and they were like, that bitch is crazy. And she was funny. Yeah, we didn't find her annoying. We actually thought she was funny, and yeah. But
It was more the people with the cell phones, and then the one dude who the cell phone on my side was really annoying, and then there's one dude that Jay was sitting by that he couldn't eat candy like a normal person.
Big chunks of candy, and he was making me.
Oh no!
So I went on the other side of Brandon.
No, but he's like
Close your
normal.
mouth.
He's not like a normal person. Like he was like.
Yeah, he's making them hogging noises.
Well, he's sucking the stuff out of his teeth, y'all. Nasty.
But here's the thing. Now, this is a rare thing because usually Brandon and I are in sync in the movies we see. He's like a brother from another mother. I mean, we usually think the same thing about a movie. We often say the same things about the movies that we're watching. We're usually right in sync. But this one, the thing was, and we're talking about Obsession, Corey Barker's Obsession. I think that's his name, Corey Barker. Hang on, let me make sure I got his name right.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Curry Barker. And that's been the talk of the town for horror movie fans. Has been Obsession. Everyone's been talking about you. Got to see Obsession. Cody Leach gave it 10 out of 10. Gave it a perfect score. And every review I've seen of Obsession has been just praising it to the hills. That it's just one of the best horror films to come out in recent memory. So we had this expectations built up pretty high. And I will say that when the movie started and, when it was going along and I was really getting into it, but I could sense that Brandon wasn't. And finally he spoke up. This needs to pick up. This needs to do something pretty soon. I'm getting bored. And when the poor girl starts peeing on herself, he said, I just hate this. and I was surprised by that because I was really getting into it. I really was. But when you're watching a movie and you're into a movie and you're next to someone that isn't into the movie, it kind of affects the way you look at the film. Or at least it does me. And I was kind of questioning, well, is this good? Am I really enjoying this? Because Brandon's not, so am I enjoying this? But I slept on it. I dreamed about it. It woke me up. First, it was the storms woke me up with thunder and lightning, and then a scene from Obsession woke me up because I dreamed about it. And my final verdict is I really, really liked Obsession. But Brandon, go ahead and we'll get the.
It was just too damn long. I mean, they could have maybe trimmed, because to me it was kind of rinse and repeat. She acts kind of weird, screams, goes back, nothing really happens, nothing happens. She screams, acts weird, nothing happens. And then when it finally starts getting good, it's over. Like, if it was shorter, I would have kind of liked. But then again, when you're trying to watch a movie and you're around annoying people too, like, I don't know. I might have to rewatch it because it was hard for me to even enjoy it around like that theater too. It just doesn't, because that dude like making noises like he's inhaling his food or something the whole time kind of sullied it. So I don't know. It wasn't really for me.
Usually when Brandon and I go see a movie, there's not many people in the theater. So we've seen movies where it's just been us. But this one was pretty packed, which I was kind of surprised. I thought everyone was going to go be seeing The Mandalorian and Grogu or Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu.
Grogu. But no, it was pretty packed. And yeah, I want to see it again. I want to see it by myself and just kind of let the movie sort of just flow over me and just sort of just take it all in.
I just think there was some missed opportunities, like the scene where she's asleep or whatever, and she's saying it's the real me, stuff like that. Instead of just kind of just repeating the weird stuff, it would have been if I would have wrote the movie, I would have had her talk about consent or something, or kind of bring it up, because that's kind of something the movie doesn't really talk about. Is it really consensual? He's kind of taking advantage of her because of the wish thing and stuff like that. But you don't have those conversations. All you have is, hey, she pisses on the floor. And I was just bored with it. It was just, if it would have been maybe 10, 15 minutes shorter, I would have liked it. Probably liked it a little better. Or if it was more, I don't know, it was a little too goofy too. And I don't know. I liked his other movie I watched called Milk and Cereal. I thought that was awesome. It's just this one, I don't know. It's also a big hype too. Everyone acted like it was like The Godfather or something. And I just didn't care for it.
Well, I'll say this. And let me get the actress's name.
Oh, she did a good job. I mean, they're good actors and stuff.
Indy Navarrete. Indy Navarrete played Nikki. Is that her name, Nikki?
Yeah, Nikki. Yeah.
And Michael Johnston played Bear. And we'll get into spoilers because it's been out a while, so I'm not going to really. Because if you haven't seen it, I think even Brandon would suggest you see it in the theater. Support your theater. Go see this movie.
I would wait for streaming. I don't think this is really something that you would have to see in the theater.
Yes, go see it. Go in the theater and see it. But to get into real quick, the plot is pretty simple. It's this guy is infatuated with this girl that he's known since he was a kid. They went to school together and all that. He's always been infatuated with her. And he can't bring up the gumption to finally tell her how he feels. He wants to do it, but he can't bring himself to do it. And his friend tells him, look, you just need to sit down. You need to tell her, and they practice what he'll say. And then he'll say, look, that's terrible. You're embarrassing yourself. You can't do it that way. You got and you got to tell her how you feel, And he can't bring himself to do it. He has a perfect opportunity to do it. He's in the car with her. He's taking her home. He has a perfect opportunity to finally tell her how he really feels, but he can't bring himself to do it. But he's gone to this little supermarket or this little thrift store.
The specialty shop that sells crystals.
Specialty shop.
Hey. And don't make fun of that because I go those places and I
love crystals.
Yeah, I'm kind of a weird.
He buys this little gag gift thing called a One Wish Willow, and it's like $6.99, and it's a little stick-looking thing, and it lights up and kind of plays a tune when you open the package. But the thing is, you make a wish, you break it, you get your wish. And he doesn't think this thing's going to be. His intention was to give it to Nikki. He said, I got something for you, and that was his intention. He's going to give it to her. But he screws up and he gets all befuddled and he can't bring himself to say what he wants to do, what he needs to say to her. So she goes into her house and he's got this One Wish Willow, and just out of desperation, not thinking this thing's going to work, he says, I want Nikki to love me more than anyone else in the world. Snaps the One Wish Willow, and pretty much immediately she comes out of the house and says,
no, she never went in. Remember, she was on the porch.
I thought she went in, but anyway,
no, she was just chilling on the porch, and she's like, this guy's
said, look, could you come in the house with me? Could you come and talk to me? I don't want to be alone. And she tells Bear that her father is dying of cancer. And, said, I really, my brain is messed up with him dying of cancer. I could use some support. Could you come in the house? And he's kind of freaked out about it. And what's weird about it is he's getting exactly what he wants finally. And yet he's freaking out when she's finally coming on to him. He's like, oh, what are you doing? And he's like, what are you saying, Bear? You're getting what you want. This is what you wanted. And he's freaking out. He's like, oh, well, okay, I guess I could do that. But he's, it's like he can't jive with it, and it's like, well, she's giving him exactly what he wanted. He wanted to spend time with her but anyway, the wish has come true. She's in love with him. She's obsessed with him, per the title of the film. And she acts very, very, very strange throughout this movie. And her performance, when it gets down to Oscar time, I hope we hear from Indy Navarrete. I hope we get some, that she gets nominated, because I think she deserves it. Because what she does in this film is what Brandon been bringing up that kind of annoyed him, is that when she'll be just all nice and sweet, and she'll let out a blood-curdling scream, or the way she walks, this weird way she'll walk, or she'll hide in a corner watching Bear sleep, or she'll just stand still waiting for him to come home from work, and she's pissing and shitting all over herself and making a mess
with that smile,
this smile on her face.
I don't know. It seems like everything we've seen before, though. Like, it's like I already seen a lot of that before, and I don't know. It was too damn long. If it would have been shorter, I probably would have liked it more. And when I told Jay, I was like, I'm actually starting to like it. It was already over. Like when it started picking up towards the end, then that's when I was like, oh, it's already over. I did like the brick scene. The brick scene was pretty cool, and
his girlfriend, the friend or girlfriend, she's a girl, but he's a friend. He sneaks to have this conversation with her in the car, and Kathy says she didn't know that Nikki was going to show up, but I knew at some point.
I did too.
I did.
I didn't think she would bash her fucking head in. Like, I thought she would, like, start slapping the window or something. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
One of the most violent and gruesome deaths on the screen.
She annihilated her, didn't she?
And then she's like, you got to help me hide the body.
And she goes, it's okay, honey. It's okay. No, nothing. Don't get upset.
He's over there in shock. What the?
But anyway, Kathy, give your rundown. What did you think of it?
Well, he's a villain of the whole motherfucking. Oh, excuse me, of the whole movie. He's a villain. Okay.
You can cuss on this show.
Well, I know, but that was ugly. But it was true because when he did that spell and did he took all of her free will away from her. She didn't know what was really going on, and you'd see her every now and then stop. Like she could tell something, and she'd say, I just don't feel right, before she'd go crazy again. But she'd say, just something's not right. He should have told her. And even though she's obsessed and she's crazy and she's Looney Tunes, she's not going to kill him. She's too obsessed with him.
She's going to kill everybody else, but she ain't going to kill him.
So
Yeah.
To me, he's a bastard for taking her free will away from her and not telling her. I think he should have caught a time when he could tell she wasn't quiet on either side and tell her. And I agree with you, Brandon. Oh, I love it. Okay, I loved every minute of it. But there should have been more of Nikki coming out underneath this spell and saying, did you do something to me? There should have been more Nikki talking. You know what I'm saying?
Or there should have been more conversations to where, because it is almost like a Bill Cosby thing, ain't it? But instead of roofing the drink or whatever, you did a spell, but they never really touched on that. It's like they kind of.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, my gosh, me too. Hell,
That's I think that would have made the movie more interesting instead of that, and maybe I like I said, if you had more scenes where like she was unconscious and talking, or like that one scene to where he's calling the customer service and the customer service guy's like, you want to talk to her, and she's screaming. I think that scene would have been better if they actually just had like a conversation instead of her like screaming.
Right, as her normal self.
Well,
right?
Yeah. And I think that would have made it better.
Why am I like this? But I think they should have sprinkled more of her being herself throughout, like at least 4 or 5 times, and then that way it would really nail home why she's the way she is.
Or if the craziness slowly built up, because it's just kind of like it just 0 to 60 real quick.
Yeah, and when she's standing there waiting all day for him to come back, pissing and pooping all over the place, in that one spot with that goofy grin. That is Smile. That's the movie Smile. I've seen 1 and 2.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
And I did think of that too. I thought of Smile, and that moment, I thought of Smile.
I really, really like the movie. Like I told Jay this morning, he missed a call from me, and I thought, well, let me call him again, and he beat me to it. He called me back. I said, Jay, I watched it last night. I went to the movies. I never, ever. It'd been 8 or 9 years since I went to the movies, but I went to the movies. Got my picture taken with the Grogu and Mandalorian display, but I was there to see Obsession because I wanted to see, like you say, Brandon, if it was up to the hype I'd been hearing, So I really enjoyed it. I really did.
I think it's a movie that I'm going to return to. I think it's a movie that I'm going to, when it finally comes out streaming or whatever, it's a movie that I like. What is it? Oh shit. What is it? It didn't say, you know, Sinners is one. And what was the one with the witch?
Weapons.
Weapons. I've seen Weapons 4 times. I'll probably see it a dozen more times. It's one of my favorite. It probably is my favorite of last year's Weapons, and Sinners is right behind it.
And Brandon, I didn't like Weapons, and I watched it again. Still didn't care for it.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I say,
I'm gonna give Obsession a second chance. It's just that it's maybe that those people just put me in a bad mood too, because like we're trying to watch a movie and you hear like.
I had,
but the girl that was talking to the screen was funny.
Yeah, she said, "I tell that bitch get out my house."
I had five middle school boys sitting about 6 seats down from me. They were quiet, but they couldn't stay in their seat. And I'm on the end by the stairs because I'm an old grandmother and I might have to go potty, right? So I'm on the end and I'm getting really into it. And all of a sudden, I see on the floor in front of me 3 of them little boys crawling. They crawl back, then stand up once they got to the stairs.
They wouldn't get in your way.
No, but somebody crawling by you on the floor in front of you is more distracted than if them kids had just walked on by real fast. You know, so I would just look down and shake my head, you know, but they were trying to be nice other than giggling, you know. I mean, they'd never seen titties before and they'd never seen people doing it before. So there you go, kids. There you go. They got thrilled out of that, you know.
Jay, what else did we see?
And what the thing is, the criticisms Brandon has, I kind of agree with. But at the same time, I really, really enjoyed it. You know,
yeah,
I had to let the movie sit with me, and like I say, I dreamed about it. It woke me up, and I said, "Yeah, this is one I definitely am going to come back to." And even though I kind of agree with several of his criticisms, I still really enjoyed it. And
I'm glad it's doing well at the box office, you know, and it's successful because maybe we'll get more original stuff and less remakes and stuff. But
he's going to direct the next Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Like I said, I'm hoping he does more stuff because I really liked Milk and Cereal a whole lot. So,
but yeah, he's set to direct the new Texas Chainsaw, and I don't know if it'll be an actual sequel or a reboot or what it'll be, but.
I know that you guys can talk about other things, other movies y'all seen. Here's the thing I'll point to real quick. I got questions for Jay, and then I won't interrupt y'all as much. Hey, Jay, why wouldn't this be put in the same category as Substance?
It's kind of a similar category. I would in fact, I would, you know, if I was going to suggest you do like do a double feature, this would be a good double feature. The Substance.
Okay, good. Okay.
I would kind of put them in a similar category.
I would too, even though
they just have a similar feel.
Really, I don't get the Substance. To me, I got more of like a Fatal Attraction or like Play Misty for me type, obsessed kind of crazy woman type thing.
Yeah, I love Play Misty. For me, that's one of my favorite movies. Oh, okay.
What else did we see, Jay? Because I'm trying to remember because we've seen a bunch of stuff.
Let's go back to, and one thing I wanted to see this movie just because of the title. They Will Kill You.
Oh, that one was badass. Yeah.
And what that is, it's this girl. She's like in her 20s, and she's got a younger sister that's about 15, and they're escaping from their abusive father. You know, he's a son of a bitch, and he's chasing after him. And the older sister kills him, don't she? Shoots him and kills him. I think did it just injure him or kill him? I can't remember. I think she kills him.
No, she injures him, and then he ends up dying like years later or something from it.
Anyway, the older sister goes to prison, and while she's in prison, she learns to kick ass because she's got to fight for herself from the prisoners that are fighting her and, challenging her to fights and stuff. So she learns how to kick ass. She learns martial arts, and she's very, very similar to Kill Bill. It has a Kill Bill feel. It has a Kill Bill kind of feel to it, and something that Sam Raimi would direct. The action scenes are very, very, hyper, you're really jacked up, and the action scenes are so cool. And it's this. The older sister, she's looking for her little sister after coming out of prison and trying to find out what happened to her little sister. It's like 10 years later, 6 years later, something like that. So our little sister would be like 18 or something. And she winds up at this big apartment complex hotel that's run by Satanists. They're all Satanists, and they're immortal because they've sold their soul to Satan, so they're immortal. So you can chop their heads off, and eventually their head will grow back. Cut the arms off, and the arms will go back.
I've been rewatching the series Lucifer.
Huh?
Did you ever see it?
Anyway, it's
They
a lot
sold
of
their
fun.
soul to Hoghead.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very like I say, it's a Sam Raimi movie like Evil Dead 2 and Kill Bill. You take those two films and kind of smash them together, and you've got They Will Kill You. Very, very fun, great action sequences, blood's flying everywhere. Arms are being chopped off and heads are being chopped off, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, They Will Kill You. So when that comes to streaming, look that up. They Will Kill You. And I wanted to. What's that science fiction movie that I wanted to see, but you didn't really care to see it, Brandon?
The Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. And you was like, I don't know about that, but I really wanted to see Project Hail Mary. But anyway, it was a day that he had come out here, and we weren't even sure if we was going to see a movie or not. He's come. We went to Walmart. He took me to go shopping at Walmart, and I thought I'd like to see a movie. But I want to see Project Hail Mary. She's like, I don't know about Project Hail Mary. So I was looking to see what else was showing. And there was what is it?
Faces of Death.
Faces of Death. And I'm like, what the hell's that? Is it like is it showing the original Faces of Death? And he's like, I looked and I was like, no, it's kind of like a remake reboot or something like that. And I'm like, it probably sucks. But I looked up IGN's review of it, and they really praised it. I think
they like it. Yeah,
they gave it an 8, and I said, okay, well, let's go see Faces of Death then. So we saw Faces of Death, and what it is this girl works at kind of like a Twitter place, kind of like Twitter or something like that. And her job is to look over video footage and see if it would be something that they would put on their site, or should it be flagged as something that's dangerous? Someone's being hurt or something. That's her job, is to look over footage. And she's seeing all this footage of people getting killed, getting murdered in violent ways, and it's very similar to the way people died in the original Faces of Death videotape way back in the day, Faces of Death. So she comes to find out it's actually a serial killer that's taking the original Faces of Death video and reenacting them.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Killing people in the same manners that, and of course it turned out none of that was real. It was all fake, all that stuff in Faces of Death. The guy in electric,
yeah,
all that. But at the time, it was a big deal. Everyone had to watch Faces of Death. And so this guy is a serial killer. He's killing people in the same style of people that are being killed in the Faces of Death video. And it was good. That it was a good story. The guy that plays the maniac was really good. There's some moments that is like, I can't believe it's so stupid. Because you remember, Brandon, at one point, the girl leads the police to the maniac's house, and he's coming to the door, and he says, "Oh, well, I've had trouble with this girl. Don't worry, forget about her. She keeps bugging me and all that." And he's a maniac, And the police are going, yeah, well, okay, we're sorry. We're sorry to bother
Yeah,
you.
it's kind of like like they would at least took a look around or something,
Yeah.
probable cause, or got a warrant. She's covered in blood, and they're like, yeah, she probably on drugs or something. Or I know it's stupid. Well, the movie's kind of stupid too, but be like, maybe he just gave them a big wad of cash and they went away or something.
Well, also the cops lean more to what the guy says than what the woman says. That's historical, and it still goes on every day.
Yeah, dude, but she was so like bloody and stuff, and he had music blaring really loud to cover up screams, and it's like I'm pretty sure they could have heard all that, and they're like, nothing's here, we're gonna go on our business. Yeah, I was surprised by that one. I liked it a lot better than I thought it would be silly and goofy, but it was surprising. We saw that with the black crowd, and that was pretty fun experience too.
But no, yeah, really enjoyed that. I was really surprised by it, and didn't know I hadn't even heard of the movie. So that was one to kind of go in as a blind buy, so to speak, a blind watch, and really got into it. Really enjoyed it.
That's what I want to do. One of those. We should go to one of those screen unseens just to.
Yeah.
Because me and my friend Marcos, we went to one, and you don't know what it is. All they tell you is it's rated R and how long it is. That's it. But the only downside is you can get something really cool, or you could just get something that you just, you don't know what you get.
Aren't they like $5?
Yeah, at the AMC it's $4, and the Cinemark version I think is like $6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not like you're taking a big. You're not paying like $12 or $15. So
but sorry to interrupt you, but isn't it? It's movies that haven't been released yet. Is that what it is?
Some of them.
Some of them, yeah. For the AMC ones, I think are both. It could be something new, it could be something old. You just don't know what it is except the rating. Like we saw A Spoon of Chocolate, which was about like these black dudes living in this town where there's like this white supremacist group, and it's kind of like the dude from the Wu-Tang Clan directed it, and so it's kind of like a kung fu type thing, and it was fun, and I liked it. A lot of people were disappointed because they're thinking it was going to be Hokum, but it wasn't. It was A Spoon of Chocolate.
Yeah.
That's one that you keep bringing up that we should see, Hokum, and I need.
Yeah,
I don't even think I've watched the trailer for that, but I mean,
that's another one that they've been hyping up a lot. So hopefully it lives up to the hype.
And Backrooms.
Yeah, that one looks interesting. I want to see Backrooms.
It makes me wonder if Backrooms might not have aliens in it. You know what I mean? Or alien is inspiration in it. Because the way the rooms closed on that chick when she was trying to get out in the previews.
Yeah, it's crazy. It looks pretty crazy. I want to see that one.
See what happens. Mm-hmm.
We saw Silence of the Lambs, and that was pretty cool.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up next is these Fathom events where they take old films, show old films. Citizen Kane is coming out, and is coming up soon. I forget what else, but those are really cool to see. To see a classic movie, to see it on the big, blown up on a big giant screen and remastered sound and all that. And so, yeah, we saw Silence of the Lambs, and Leonard Maltin begins the movie, talking about how it won all these Academy Awards, won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, and all that for Jonathan Demme. And he talked, about the movie and some. So that was cool that Leonard Maltin beginning. And we watched the movie, and at the end of it, I turned to Brandon, and I think he was thinking the exact same thing I was. I said, modern movies kind of suck ass. Because after seeing that, a movie that is just at the pinnacle of direction and acting and writing, like one of the best, it's like comparing that to what comes out nowadays. It's like they just don't do it that way anymore. They don't make them like that anymore. So.
The theater that I went to is owned by Schulman family since like the 1920s, and they own several, throughout the United States. But this theater also has like what you guys call it, where they're showing old movies and stuff. Well, next month they're showing 4 animated, but the fifth one, the fifth one is The Notebook. I'm like, well, now come whatever. No.
When I saw that movie one time, and it got to that ending, and I actually cried. I kind of teared up at the ending of The Notebook.
I think
it got to me.
Is The Notebook the one where the poster is the girl, the guy's holding the girl, and they're kissing in the rain? Is that The Notebook, or which one was that?
And then he dies at the end.
I actually kind of like that. Movie. My sister had the DVD back in the day.
Yeah, it's Jenna Davis and is the wife. Anyway, Amy Adams plays her when she's young, and she meets this poor guy, and she fell in love with him, but she was engaged to a rich guy, and she finally left before she married the rich guy. She ran off and fell back in love with the poor guy, and he built her this big house. And the best part of that whole movie for me is when they're young. And he takes her out in this rowboat into a whole huge pond of white swans. They're everywhere. There's hundreds of them. That was cool. But he turned their house, she got Alzheimer's, so he turned their house into a retirement home. See? And so that way he had the nurses there to help. And he would sit and read their life story to her. And she wouldn't remember it. And then every now and then she'd go, "That's us." He said, "It is." But it was so sweet.
Let me go ahead and got a few people chiming in here. William Blasco, hey William. Acres of Movies says she loved Obsession.
It's good.
And what movie would you CGI yourself into? Jaws.
Oh yeah.
I want to be in the boat cabin with Quint and Hooper and those 3.
You could be Hooper's assistant.
Yeah, Hooper's assistant.
I want to.
Yeah, when Quint tells his story about the boat.
Or deputize you, and you could be like a Barney Fife if you had me.
I want to pop up like Pazuzu in that version you never seen before, but it'll just be me going like or something. Or like when I go to the pool, since I'm fat, I got tassels I wear, so I'll just pop up and be like, and go away.
But yeah, seeing Silence of the Lambs, that was something. It really is a different experience seeing a movie all blown up on the big screen. Even though I've seen that movie, a dozen times, like Jaws, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's just a different experience seeing it.
It was cool. I want to see Fried Green Tomatoes if we get that. They're going to show that at the Cinemark.
Really?
Or Cinemark locations, yeah.
That's going to be good. That's going to be real good.
The Waco one gets quite a bit of stuff. Like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is going to be coming to Waco pretty soon.
We have to go see that. That's one of my all-time movies, period. And Gene Wilder is just amazing in that movie.
I'm hoping that they get some classic horror stuff whenever we start getting around September or October.
Also coming up, Evil Dead Burn, and the trailer looks really cool, and it looks like it's there. There isn't a bad Evil Dead movie to me. They're all good. So I expect this one to be good, and looking forward to seeing it. Evil Dead Burn.
I think that one will be good. I don't know if you've seen the previews for the new remake of Night of the Living Dead, but that looks like that's going to be kind of like so shitty, it's funny. So I think that'd be a good one if we get Night of the Living.
There's a new Return of the Living Dead movie coming out, isn't there?
No, this is they remade Night of the Living Dead, but they made Ben a woman. So Ben's like a black woman, and like Van Damme's in it, and he's like kung fuing zombies and shit. I think we'll see it. It looks terrible. Like I said, it looks awful, but it looks like it'll be like the Asylum or something.
Like a so bad it's good kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Undertone on the last show we were on?
I don't know. Yeah, I think we did talk about that, and it's a movie that's all about the sound. It's all about creepy sounds.
Oh, okay.
There's very little what you would call action in it. It's just basically this girl and a laptop, and her and this guy that you never see but you hear him. They have a podcast, though they talk about creepy goings on, and the guy has got several audio files that has been emailed to him that display some very creepy things going on, and so they play these audio files throughout the movie, and it's very creepy, and it's all about the sound. This movie is about sound. I thought it was effective. A little slow, a little meandering, but the sounds were creepy. All the audio stuff was creepy. It had a creepy ending. I kind of give it a thumbs sideways.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It kind of reminded me of like Paranormal Activity, to where not a lot happens and then shit hits the fan at the very end.
At the end of it, yeah.
But there's some creepy stuff in there. Like, what was that doll? And that guy, she's looking at some video clips or whatever. He's like, I got this doll. Let's go to sleep with us. And it's all scary looking. And it's like, yeah, man. That one was all right. I could have sworn we saw some other movies too, but I'm just kind of drawing a blank.
I wrote down, but let's see. Well, They Will Kill You, The Faces of Death. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything, but I think maybe after Faces of Death, we saw the Silence of the Lambs. So,
yeah,
and that called us up until we saw Obsession. Let's see. I had Brandon come in the house when we got back here yesterday, and I said, "I want you to come in. I want you to hear Alexa." And because he never experienced Alexa, I want you to experience Alexa, because I got the new Echo Dot Max, which it's bigger. It's got like a couple of more speakers. It's got a real nice bass sound to it when playing music, and it kicks ass in playing music. So I got it to where I could pay it out like $20 a month for 5 months. It's like about $100, but I can pay it out. And so Brandon was having a conversation with Alexa and asking her questions
about philosophy and the great books of the Western world, and
it's like talking to a person. It really is like talking to a person.
And we asked her what her favorite movie was, and she said it was 2001, and it was kind of crazy because she's like, I can relate to Hal, but I'm not as murderous or something.
Oh, cool.
And we're like, okay.
And she would call us by name and says, well, Brandon, I understand why you didn't enjoy the movie as much as Jay did, but Jay makes movies, so maybe that was part of the reason why he enjoyed it more. And that's what's so creepy about it, is I don't remember ever telling Alexa that I make short films, but she knows.
That looks good. That looks good. What is that?
Gelato. It's gelato. Dark chocolate, light chocolate, gelato. I went to Aldi's this afternoon, and I had no sweets, so I got it. And I said, I want some gelato. And it's from Germany. This is.
Dang, that looks good. Like I told Jay, like for some reason, like y'all are like super zoomed out. So it's like I'm kind of just listening to y'all and can barely see y'all. Well, yeah, but it looked good. I could see all like the chocolate in there and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were saying that I had that conversation with Jay's robot, and it was pretty. It was like talking to a person. It was crazy.
And the way she'll sort of pause and go, let me think about that.
Hmm.
It's
And then the other robot or whatever that thing is you had, it was listening too because it was talking. It's crazy.
But I finally found what we haven't talked about.
No.
And it's interesting the way they present the film because it's like, well, who the fuck is Lee Cronin? Lee
Oh, the
Cronin.
Mummy.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy. And
That one was badass.
me and Brandon had a ball with that movie.
Ah,
Now the thing is, it isn't that there's a lot that I could really pick apart about the movie. If I'm going to criticize it as a piece of movie making, I could tear it apart. But we just had a ball with the Mummy. Because I mean there was some shit that happens in that movie that's just like had us just laughing. And fortunately, I think it was either just the two of us in there. There might have been one other person in there. So we could get loud and we were laughing our asses off at shit that was happening in the Mummy.
Yeah, there's a scene to where like it's more of like a possession movie than a mummy movie, but like this little girl rips her teeth out, and then she's at her grandma's funeral, and she takes the grandma's dentures out and puts it in her mouth and starts
Dentures
eating
in.
the corpse. And she starts eating the corpse, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
But really, hardly anyone reacts to it when she's ripping her teeth out. No one's saying anything. They're just going, little girl's ripping her teeth out.
And then the other little girl crawls on the ceiling, like everyone freaks out.
And you have not lived until you've heard an 8-year-old girl say "rat-faced cunt."
She has a teacher that's kind of mousy looking, and they gave the actress, I guess, like fake teeth, you know. And the teacher's like, "You need to do your schoolwork." She's like, "Shut up, you rat-faced cunt." And the teacher's like, "What the fuck?"
And what's so crazy about this, because the plot is there's these parents and they've got a little girl. She's like 8 years old. And she's playing out in her garden, and there's this mysterious woman that talks to her through the fence that's separating the garden to the outside. And she's giving her candy, and she's sweet talking her and says, and what she kidnaps her. She kidnaps a little girl. And so the father and the mother are trying to find this little girl, find their daughter, find who took her. And like 8 years go by, and they've had another kid, they've had another daughter, they've got a son, and they're going on with their life. They haven't found who kidnapped their daughter, so they're just kind of going on with their life. And they get a phone call saying, "Well, guess what? We found your daughter." And there was this plane that crash landed that's got this casket in it, and she was in that, and she was mummified. She's for like 8 years, she's been in suspended animation, and she's been put through some sort of process as mummification. And they just bring her home. They don't take her to the hospital. They don't, and she's all fucked up. Her skin is all wrinkly. Her toenails and fingernails are like this long. Her face is all fucked up and wrinkly. Her teeth are all mangled and broken. And she looks like a fucking mommy. And they're just breaking, and the mother's like, "Oh, I can take care of her," and
damn.
And she looks terrible. They need to take this girl to the hospital.
And she could tell, like, she can't really breathe. She's like, and they're like, "It's fine. We don't need to go." There's one part where they're trimming her nails, and it rips like half her leg off, and they're like,
a big chunk of skin rips off her leg when they're cutting her nails. And did they take her to the emergency room? No.
They just bandage it up.
They just wrap it up, and bandages, and the mother's like, I can take care of her. I can, I can do it. We
I
don't
got
need
this.
I got this. And she's withering away and rotting and decaying. And then she starts speaking in tongues and shit. And then she starts possessing the other kids. She possesses the little girl. She possesses the son.
Possesses the grandma.
It possesses the grandma with her demonic spirit. and at no point did they like, we need to get her to the hospital. We never get her to the emergency room. We need to get her to a damn psychiatrist.
Damn, get a priest up in that mother.
Something.
The Mexican grandma was the only one that was like praying the rosary and stuff, which that made sense because she's possessed, but wouldn't she be like, we need to get a priest or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like, no, it's fine.
It's absolutely crazy the way they don't do anything. Well, this girl is obviously she needs to go to the fucking hospital for one thing. Then she needs to have some psychiatric.
Or what about the other daughter that pulls her teeth out and then puts the grandma's dentures in and starts eating the grandma's like dead body at the funeral? They're like she's just having a bad day, everything happened. It's just nerves. That ain't nerves. That's like you need like psychological like help.
Sounds like the parents need psychological.
I don't have his name. Lee Cronin. He directed the last Evil Dead Rise. He directed that. And what this movie looks like is he wanted to do the next Evil Dead. They wouldn't let him. He said, we got someone else doing Evil Dead Bird. So he just basically made himself another Evil Dead movie.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what this movie is. It's another Evil Dead movie.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
It's more of, like Brandon says, it's more about possession. It's not about... There's very little mummy business in it. There is some mummy stuff, but I wouldn't call it mummy.
After she rips her leg flesh off, there's like what's it called? Hieroglyphics on the skin. And then like he goes to see like some kind of professor at a college, and the professor's like, where'd you find this? It's all ancient. And he doesn't tell the guy. The first thing I'd be like, yeah, that was on my daughter's skin who was found in this sarcophagus. Like, or like he doesn't even really try the one person who would know to help him. He doesn't even really try to get him the help or anything. He's all like, just tell me what it says, and then he leaves.
Anyway, I definitely want to see it again. We just had a ball with it though. And like I say, there's so much you could pick apart with this film. Stupid decisions that characters make. Particularly with the daughter, that's just obviously she's all fucked up, and they never.
And she runs around the house like a dog on all
fours, and they never do anything. It's like shit. Get her to an emergency room. Get her to a damn insane asylum. Never.
I will say this though, when they have the tape, because they find the tape that this family did. Because a family that mummified her is supposed to keep a curse away. That stuff was kind of creepy, how they did that, like, ritual, that satanic ritual, and mummified her and stuff.
Yeah, particularly when you're dealing with a little girl, it's creepy.
Yeah, and she's, like, screaming, and they're, like, it looks like very, like, satanic, like, rituals and stuff. And, yeah, it's just, that character kind of comes back to play in the end of the movie, but... Then another family member gets possessed and they're the mummy, and they're like, well, we're just gonna let him live down there. We're gonna talk to him, and he's gonna talk to us through Morse code. And like, how are you doing? And the mummy's like,
oh my God.
Eventually the father gets killed and he gets mummified, and it kind of sets up a sequel. I don't know if there'll be a sequel, but but if you're going to call a movie The Mummy, a lot of people are going to think about the Brendan Fraser.
I thought that's what it was about.
Oh, that's why I guess they titled it Lee Cronin's The Mummy, even though nobody knows who Lee Cronin is, but they call it Lee Cronin's The Mummy. So there you go.
Hey, question, y'all. When I was at the movies, yesterday, there was a preview where they redid the comedy spoof Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
Oh, we're going to see that.
I want to see that. I like to die. That's a bad Megan too they had on there.
Yeah, the Wayans,
Dude.
the Wayans brothers are back, and of course
I love 'em.
I think the last few the Wayans brothers wasn't involved in that, but the Wayans brothers are back, and so I definitely want to see it.
The popcorn bucket's gonna be a giant bong.
No.
Yes,
Uh,
and normally I don't spend money on popcorn buckets, but I'm gonna try to save up to buy that Scary
Yeah,
Movie 6 bong.
Devil Makes Prada 2, the popcorn bucket was a red plastic purse and it was $40. I'm like, no, I'll just take that bag up there.
No, it's what does that
Okay.
comment say?
Hi, Acres.
Akers is asking you, Kathy, would you rather be cast as Amy Adams' mother or Meryl Streep's sister?
Oh, Meryl Streep's sister. I think she's a genius, Meryl Streep. I mean, Amy's okay, but Meryl, I've always idolized her timing.
We saw a preview for a film, and this is the first time that I have seen John Malkovich in like 20 years. I haven't seen him in anything, John Malkovich. And I was asking Brandon, is that John Malkovich? And he goes, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he had some old, I don't know if they made him. I mean, he's older, but I don't know if they
He's gotta
made
be
him
like
look.
in his 70s or something, you know.
I think they
Oh,
made
yeah.
him look a lot older than he's supposed to be, or something. Because I'm like, you could kind of tell it's him, but it looks like they put like some makeup on his face to make him look a little different.
But anyway, I said, I want to see this. And he said, yeah, I do too. I want to see John Malkovich. I love John Malkovich. I like, there's so many movies I like with John Malkovich. But it's been forever and a day since I've seen anything with John Malkovich. And
Yeah, I
so,
haven't seen him in anything.
and so I said, they said John Malkovich. So we waited till finally they had the credits and they had John Malkovich. Yeah, that's him.
Steve Buscemi's in it too, but they made Steve Buscemi look totally different too. Like you could barely tell it's him.
Yeah, I
Like it
didn't
looks
even
like they put a
recognize him.
fake. It looks like they put a fake nose on him and some prosthetics or something to make him look a little different.
But yeah, I even forget the title of the movie, but I want to see that with John because of John Malkovich. Yeah, because I always thought he was so cool. And that movie, being John Malkovich, I always loved that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely want to see that. Disclosure Day, the new Spielberg film.
That looks like that'll be good. Like kind of like a Close Encounters kind of movie. I want to see
Going back
that.
Him and aliens again. And I was trying to think what else.
I don't know. Scary Movie 6 is the one I want to see probably the most.
Yeah,
That one I think is going to be. The last comedy I think we saw in the theater was that Naked Gun movie.
yeah.
So yeah, I want to see Scary Movie 6. I think it's gonna
maybe
be
I guess
good.
maybe you could call Anaconda a comedy.
Yeah, that movie to me was kind of so bad it was good too. I liked it. I understand why people hated it though.
It's streaming. If you wanted to watch it again, it's streaming.
I don't know if I'd watch it again. That's one of those things where we just kind of saw it and it was like, yeah, that killed some time. It was a time
I
waster.
didn't hate it. I like Jack Black. In it. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough to where I didn't hate it. But I would, like you say, it's not something I'm going to come back to. But
Are you excited, or I don't know if I'd say I'm excited, but I'm kind of intrigued about that Crystal Lake show that Peacock is going to be doing?
definitely want to check that out.
I'm kind of curious about that.
I definitely want to check that out. And isn't there a Texas Chainsaw series?
That reminds me, I got a show you show.
Series, yeah. There's supposed to be a series. I don't know if it's 6 or 8.
The Sawyer family, I think.
Yeah, it's either 6 or 8.
I told Jay I got this for him, if he had some room to.
Oh yeah, need to frame that.
Yeah,
That's huge.
I need to frame. I got one of the posters of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on my wall, but this sucker's pretty.
That's nice. Yeah.
Okay. I switched from Pabst Blue Ribbon, and it's got Godzilla on the can.
Yeah.
And this is Victoria.
Yeah. So I love how you stumbled all over Paps. Paps.
I'm not. I got a small, tiny buzz, but I'm not drunk.
And she was cute.
Just trying to say
I had
that.
when I worked at
Oh,
Walmart. When I worked at Walmart, I had the hardest time because I'd be all like, "There's Schlitz malt liquor," and it'd be like, "I gotta stock the Schlitz." You got to
Yeah.
shit? No, I got to stock the
No.
Schlitz.
My
Schlitz.
daddy sold Schlitz, and he kept it in the store to sell to one customer, and he was over the maintenance at the state school, Gene. He'd come every day after work, drink a 6-pack, take 2 6-packs home. He said, "Well, gotta go home beat the wife." And I thought, yeah,
Got home beat old Gene Branch. I gotta go home beat the wife.
yeah.
Damn, hopefully he was joking and not serious. Cause
No, I've seen his wife. She could whoop him from here to the mailbox.
She could have whipped him, old Gene.
Yeah, no, he knew better.
I liked old Gene.
Yeah, he was a good old fella.
He'd get a pretty good buzz going. I gotta go home and beat my wife, and he'd say, "Jay," he called Daddy Jay. "Jay, I've got 2 beers," and 2 beers meant 2 6-packs.
Right. I never knowed, and he was a skinny guy.
Because he was a skinny guy, and he was old man, old skinny man.
Well, yeah.
But he would take two 6-packs home. I got 2 beers, on credit, but I got 2 beers, Jay.
Yeah, and when he'd pay Daddy, he'd owe Daddy all about he paid him every week. And at the end of the week, he'd owe Daddy about, $30-something, Brandon. He'd give him 100. He said, "Here." "Well, that's too much, Gene." He said, "No, on account." He said, "On account, you won't pay me next week." "No, I'll pay you next week too." But he said, "On account, you might have more stories you can tell me about." He liked visiting with our dad.
Yeah,
Our dad was a storyteller.
2 or 3 hours and just shoot the shit with Daddy.
But
old Gene Branch.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
Miss him. Yeah, I miss Gene. But in one of the Lake Mejia meetings.
Wait. What's your title?
I am Vice President.
Vice President
of the Lake Mejia Citizens Association. I am.
You need a crown, I think.
And I get to help this girl put out signs for the garage sales and put out signs for the meetings, and takes us around the lake. And so I help her do that. But I'm the Vice President of the Lake Mejia Citizens Association.
Was you sitting at the front table?
Sat at the front table.
There you go.
There was 3 of us sat at the front table, and I told the story because we had a speaker, but they called in sick. So I told the story about how this location used to be the Lake Mejia concessions, and about how my daddy, J.C. Real, ran it back then. And I told a story about how we had the campgrounds, and old Bill Bean would come and play and sing music, and old Pepper Tweedle would play drums, and we'd have dances on Saturday nights. We'd have dances out there on the dance floor. Old Bill Bean singing off key and playing his guitar. And they enjoyed those stories.
Well, that's good, yeah.
But yeah, Saturday nights was dance night. We had dances. And it was old Bill Bean, and then Pepper played the drums.
No, you got it. You got them all screwed up. Bill Bean had his own band. Buddy was his drummer at the time.
Was Buddy the drummer? I didn't know that. I thought Pepper played the drums.
Because Pepper did for the Tweedles. Yeah. Then there was a Tweedle family. They played the next Saturday, and then they would all rotate around, but they wasn't all the same group. But Brandon, to get the dance floor ready, it was all cement out there. Jay, tell him how y'all did it.
Well, it was cement floor. It's still there. It's still, I can take you and show you, Brandon, where the dance floor was.
Was it a sawdust, probably?
Sir?
No.
It was a cornmeal. And the little bag of cornmeal, and that was my job. I got to pour the cornmeal. So Daddy would give me and open up the bag of cornmeal, give me the cornmeal, and I got to sprinkle the cornmeal on the cement floor.
All around the dance floor.
Because
so we could shuffle.
When people danced, they would shuffle their feet,
Yeah.
And that cornmeal would let their feet would slide on the cement, the cornmeal.
Probably sawdust would have worked too, but he had cornmeal because he kept supplies for campers.
Cornmeal on
I used to, when I worked at Clayton Supply, whenever on break, I used to line dance with these Mexican girls. And so
Yeah,
for some reason, they would listen to that Billy Ray Cyrus song in Spanish, that Achy Breaky Heart, but it'd be like blah 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 blah. so
I bet
so
that
that's
was
what.
fun.
But yeah, you could put some sawdust on cement or whatever, and you can kind of move around.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what we use, cornmeal.
yeah.
But yeah, Saturday nights, those were dance nights, and we had a good
Well,
crowd. Quite a few people would show up for dance
well,
nights.
Oh, yeah.
we're working on. I got a screen for that. Me and Jay were gonna project a movie, and I got a 100-inch screen. I'm gonna try maybe taking it to the cleaners or something to kind of get that one
Just
spot
trying to
off of
figure
it.
out what we're going to put it on to set it up. Because we could actually maybe put it on the side of the house, that screen, and figure out maybe just duct tape it on the side. Of the
Yeah,
house.
but it's pretty good size. It's like you have to kind of fold it up like you would a blanket. That thing was huge. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. I don't know if what you could show if someone drives by and they see like.
I'm not worried about that.
It don't matter. That's private property.
We want to watch The Exorcist. I
Yeah.
want to watch the theatrical cut of The Exorcist. I've got the Blu-ray of it, so you bring your Blu-ray player, bring the projector, and all that, and hook it up. And we want to watch The Exorcist. That'd be the first movie to watch is The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Which
And-
I was driving with my boss lady because at the rest home we have to go to Sam's to get stuff to put in the vending machines, and we're talking about movies, and she's like, The Exorcist, there's this evil in that movie, the devil's in that movie, and I was like, that's my favorite movie ever made. I think that's the best movie ever.
Yeah, it is, but
It may be my second favorite film.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to.
And Exorcist may be my second favorite film.
That reminds me. Remind me to next time I come down, I'll let you borrow that paperback of the book.
Yeah, I want to borrow I want to read The Exorcist, and
Books?
you showed the poster.
Yeah,
he did.
you might want to put that in a frame though, because of how gigantic it is. Like it's kind of pretty big.
Yeah, it looked nice framed.
And but yeah, we want to watch The Exorcist, and I'm trying to think of other movies that I would be cool to watch projected.
A Western would be kind of cool, in the old school Western.
And Apocalypse Now. I really want you to see Apocalypse Now. And
Is that the one with old Marlon Brando?
Marlon Brando, Martin Sheen, and it's a great Vietnam era movie.
I like that movie where Marlon Brando's fat and he has that little midget with him.
Oh,
and he's painted all white.
Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, I like that movie, Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is pretty cool, but I heard some stories that he was hard to work with or something.
Yeah, people hated working with him.
Well, and when he wouldn't memorize lines, people had to tape the lines to their foreheads, and he would read the lines off people's faces because he wouldn't memorize lines. And that's how he said the lines. It would people had the lines taped to their faces, and he would read the lines.
But he did a good job because I never noticed, in his movies. I always thought he was a good actor.
He's a good actor.
And then, like, they said he didn't want to show up to the Superman movie, and he's like, what if I just recorded my voice and you make me like a green bagel floating or something? And they're like, no, we need you to come in so we can actually, like, have you on set.
Okay, well, I'm going to do a taste test here, and I don't have a glass of milk because I usually eat this with a glass of milk. Kathy don't do that, but I do. But it's Oreo limited edition firecracker pop flavor.
Hmm.
And
So is it like spicy?
It's a popsicle.
Coconut type.
It's a popsicle. See,
Yeah, it's like a popsicle.
those
Brandon,
popsicles
what is that? Blueberry, coconut.
Yeah, it's that popsicle.
Hmm.
And it's firecracker pop flavored cream. And what the flavor is
Firecrapper.
blue raspberry, lemon, and cherry flavored cream. So I'm gonna. I haven't opened this
I
package.
need something salty now. Let me go. Do y'all let? Well, hey, what's your favorite snack at the movies, Brendan?
I like Reese's Pieces.
Oh, I like them too.
Either that or those bunches of Crunch.
Ah,
I'm gonna go. And I don't know about candy.
Yeah, those are good too.
Popcorn. I usually don't get candy. If I'm gonna get something to eat at a theater, it's gonna be popcorn.
oh
I
no,
like,
I gotta have candy. Yeah, I got
Reese's Pieces and a bunch of Crunch.
yeah, a bunch of crunch. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool
Yeah.
looking. So it's like different colors.
yeah.
And the flavor is supposed to be blue raspberry, lemon, and cherry. And,
Okay, yeah, I see blue raspberry. Yeah. Oh,
And
lemon.
it's-
I like lemon
it's
stuff.
supposed to imitate the popsicle.
Yeah.
So okay, firecracker pop flavored Oreo. All right.
I got popcorn and I ate it, but I had also got this box, and I thought, well, if I've had something salty, I gotta have something sweet, and vice versa. So then I ate about a fourth of, well, no, about half of that box, and then I'm like, boy, that's good. And then I eat a little more popcorn because I like salty and sweet and salty and sweet.
Yeah, I like if I do eat something at the movies, I usually get like a boxed candy. That's what I like, or I go to Dollar Tree and I buy them and sneak it in because I ain't paying no $6.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang, they're expensive. But I got the big bottle of Smart Water and medium popcorn. It was $12. I thought that's pretty good. That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good, yeah.
I got in for $7. That's a senior ticket price all the time. It's $7. Jay could get senior ticket price if he'd just do it.
No, he does because I do the kiosk and I put it down.
There you go. There you go.
He's an old man.
Save that money. Save that money.
And then one time I was like, well, he's an old man and I'm a grumpy fart, so I'll just put two.
There you go.
It's good.
But
It's
no,
good. I don't
dude,
know if I could distinguish the different flavors. It kind of all just going to taste the same.
Jay, you should have ate it like that guy at the theater,
I did my smacking and
fucking inhaling it. Like
it'd be better with a glass of milk, but I'm drinking beer right now. So beer and milk wouldn't go together very well, I wouldn't think so.
yeah, man, that guy got on my damn nerves with his crunching and smacking.
And then the crowd on the left talking up the screen and stuff.
I want to see. We need to see Scary Movie with that black lady that's talking to the screen. That'd be funny.
Pork rinds.
Oh, pork rinds are good. I remember Dollar Tree had some pork rinds that you'd put in the microwave and it would like pop up like a bag of popcorn. Those are so damn good.
That sounds good.
That Pac-Man energy drink that we got from Dollar Tree, I didn't really care for it too much. It was all right.
The problem I had with that, I drank it this morning after I drank my coffee, is the aftertaste. It had that strong artificial flavor aftertaste, and that I didn't like that aftertaste.
I think if it had sugar in it and it wasn't sugar-free, it would have tasted way better, like a lemon head or something. But it kind of had a weird funk to it. Like, you're like, it ain't bad, and then you kind of have, like, it almost like makes your tongue kind of numb or something.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. We're not going to mention no names, but, like, we seen a dude whose leg was, like, at Dollar Tree, and it looked like a bow and arrow. It was terrible.
Well, I'll go ahead and say I don't think he'll mind if we mention, but it was Ray Boucher. And he's a manager at Dollar Tree, even though we're not friends much anymore, I'll talk to him. If I see him, I'll talk to him. But he's got a bad knee. What's his left? Is it right knee or left knee?
Dude, it was hard to look at. That like stuck in my head all day.
It's basically bone.
Somebody needs to set up. His kids need to set up a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah, he needs to have it replaced. And I felt really bad. I said, man, if I had $1 million, I definitely would pay to have it fixed. But it looks terrible. But I feel so bad. I said, you need to be able to sit down. He says, well, they'll bitch at us if we sit. I said, well, yeah, but you've got to, you're disabled. You should be able to sit.
What hell? He's a manager. Yeah.
I felt bad though. It looks bad. And I just imagine how the pain it must be, that knee, because it basically is just bone on bone, the cartilage is just all eat away, so I felt bad. Yeah. I hope he finds a way to get that relieved, or, because he needs his knee replaced is what he needs.
Yeah, that was rough, man. That was just stuck in my head ever since I seen that. Like, damn, it looked like about to snap in half.
Well, I hope he's able to get that tended to in some way. Well, Kathy, anything going on your end you want to talk about?
My granddaughter just graduated 5th grade.
Oh, cool.
And she got 2 certificates for honor roll. And she's already,
is she 12, 13?
She's 11.
11, okay.
She'll be 12 September 18th.
Acres of Movies asked, do I have a favorite country music song? Yeah, there's so many of them. I don't know, Jay, if you could pull the comments up, I can see them, but
I'm not seeing that. Let's see.
But
does Brandon have a favorite country music song? Yeah.
Yes, If That Ain't Country by David Allan Coe, the original recording of that. I just like that. Also, he died recently.
I saw that. I loved You Don't Have to Call Me Darling by David Allan Coe.
Yeah. He had a lot of good ones. Mona Lisa Lost Her Smile was really good, too.
I like George Jones, The Chair.
Yeah, George Jones had some good ones. There's there's some new country songs I like, but it's usually the older stuff.
I like Ella's Something Tells Me She's from Texas.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Morgan Wallen too. He's a newer guy that I've been listening to some of his stuff.
I'm a huge Miranda Lambert fan.
Yeah, she's very talented too.
George Jones. He stopped loving her today.
Yep.
They put a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today.
Did you, Jay, you don't like those Red Sovine songs we listen to where everyone's about somebody dying?
Someone dies in every song that he does, pretty much. And let me see if I got it here.
Yeah, we're listening to that going somewhere, and like every song, someone died. Even the ones if you thought like he was like, my wife went out to go to the grocery store, and then I seen her, and she had wings and a halo, and then the phone rang and woke me up, and I realized that she had died.
Well, Kathy may remember a Giddy Up Go.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's Red Sovine.
Oh, okay.
Giddy Up Go. There Red Sovine. Yeah. And there's a Little Rosa, Dream House for Sale, I Think I Can Sleep Tonight, a Dear John letter, Vietnam deck of cards, Giddy Up Go, Class of 49, 21, What Would You Do If Jesus Came to Your House, and Phantom.
That time he's lost. I tell you, Brandon, when I think, and I've heard it by several people, but one of the most beautiful country music songs I've ever heard is Seven Spanish Angels.
Mm-hmm.
I love that thing.
Is that the one? I like the version with Willie Nelson and Ray Charles. Actually, when Jay and I went to Half Price Books, I picked up that vinyl. I think it's called Country Modern Sounds in Country and Western. It was Ray Charles. He was doing country songs, but it was like more jazz or kind of rock, kind of.
Yeah, and you said, well, it was like $12, but you said it lists for like.
It was well, it had two tags on it. One said 12, one said $8.99. So I guess they discounted it, but it was it was like the original one. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and because I've been looking for that for a long time.
But I got some records yesterday. I got Button Down Bob Newhart. I love his comedy, Bob Newhart. You know, where he's a lot of stuff. He's like talking on the phone, and I love his delivery, Bob Newhart.
I've got that on CD.
Yeah. Paul Williams. I love his stuff. Well, let's see. An old-fashioned love song. It's just an old-fashioned love song. But yeah, and he when you watch the Muppet movie, that Rainbow Connection at the beginning, where Kermit sings that song,
and you said he never recorded his own version of that, did he? He didn't record.
Yeah, it's not on here. I don't know if he ever recorded his own version of it.
Because I know
you brought up Willie Nelson did a version of it, and it's really good. But yeah, and he was an actor too. He's in Smokey and the Smokey and the Bandit movies, and he's in. I think he's one of the Planet of the Apes. He's one of the apes in Planet of the Apes.
Who is it? Jerry Jeff Walker? No, it's Williams. Who?
Hey, I got this. It was discounted, but because it had some, you could barely tell that some of the damage on it. But it's the Halloween 2 soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't
it's
see
like
damage on it.
Yeah, if you look, there's a little bit of like some scratches and stuff, but it's.
I saw that you got that. I didn't know you got that.
Yeah, I jewed him down a little bit, but.
And the man, he's an electronic musician. He did the music to what is it? Anyway, Vangelis. He's an electronic musician, and he did albums with the lead singer from Yes, John Anderson, John Vangelis, and that's really good music. It's him singing. It's John Anderson singing Vangelis's music, and it's good. Yeah, John and Vangelis. You know, he did the Blade Runner soundtrack. He did what is it? I'm trying to think of another movie. Chariots of Fire.
So it's more kind of like science fiction type music, or
it's electronic keyboard music.
like synthesizer kind of.
Yeah, synthesizers and like drum machine and early drum machine. But synthesizer music, electronic music.
Did I ever show you this, Jay? This Rob Zombie music to Strip by?
No, cool. I've got that on CD, but that's cool that you got that on vinyl.
He's on the back looking like a classy tour. Yeah, then it folds out. But yeah, we find some good stuff sometimes. We go to Half Price Books. You'll find some weird stuff. Like you found that Eyes of Luna Mars, which wasn't even the original. It was a promo. They have a lot of promo stuff. I guess that maybe radio stations got. I don't know like where that would go.
Really cool. It was really cool to get that, and it's a real good shape too.
It said "Do not sell for promotional use only" or something like that.
And we listened to Rob Zombie's new album, The Great Satan. And we did a couple of trips. We listened to The Great Satan, and I really like the music.
I feel like Rob Zombie. It kind of reminded me of like his music from the '90s, early '90s.
Yeah, his new album has definitely a throwback feel to it.
I like how there's songs about nothing. Like they're good songs, but they're about nothing. He's like, Satan, yeah, Satan, yeah.
Pretty much every song he does is like 2.5 minutes long. They're real short. He doesn't waste time. So that's why he can have like 25 tracks on an album because he.
Yeah, I don't know. He what was the one where it's like he says, "This is the cocksucking machine, yeah, going down, yeah, going down." Like Marilyn Manson's new album was good too.
Yeah, we listened to the new Marilyn Manson. He was actually singing on that album. He actually could carry a tune. Marilyn
Yeah, I
Manson.
can sing. April went through her goth when she's about 14, 15, her goth phase. And that's why she had all that black stuff she still had it.
And Dawn, she's the goth girl. And Dawn.
Yeah. And you go, well, you're going to need it. And April goes, got it. Well, you'll need got it. I said, trust me, she got all that stuff. She kept it all. But anyway, she was listening quite a bit of Manson. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. When he went from blah, 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 and he actually sang some, boy's got a good voice.
He can, when he decides to sing, he can sing.
Yes.
But when he actually decides to sing, he can sing.
Yeah, she had a couple of his different albums. Well, there's CDs back in the day. And I'm like, oh my gosh. She said, yeah.
But Rob Zombie just hollers. That's all he does is holler. He just screams. He doesn't sing. He just screams.
Yeah. Yeah, I never was into much of that.
But I like it. I really like the music, the guitar work. There's what is it?
Well, you know what you're going to get when you buy stuff. You know what he's going to. That's what his. That's
you know what you're going to get with Rob Zombie.
Did I tell y'all when I was driving some of the older ladies back from church? This is like back when I was a teenager. My phone fell under the seat and I couldn't get it, and the Bluetooth went to pussy liquor as I was driving, and I couldn't do nothing. And I didn't turn it off because I forgot what it was. All I heard was doom, 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 doom. He's like, "What's that call? Doom, 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 doom." And I'm like, well, I can't reach the phone, and we're already at the house. Might as well just let it play.
That's like when Prince died, and my son-in-law brought me the prettiest purple tulips because I just got out of hospital the day before that he died, and when he died, it was like JFK getting shot for me. It just really took a toll on me, and I go outside to get something out of my car, and three houses down and the one right next to me, Pussy Control was blaring, and I'm like, oh, somebody else is paying tribute. It was a real
one of my favorite and one of the most kick-ass songs as far as just the beats and all that is "You Sexy Motherfucker."
Yeah,
and I love that song, "Sexy MF."
Yeah.
I just love the beats in that song. It's just that's a dance song. Sexy.
Yeah, it's really
Prince dying that's a sad one. There's certain ones where you're like, God damn, that sucks.
Well, that and Bowie got Jay for sure.
Yeah, Bowie got me.
Ozzy made me depressed when Ozzy.
Yeah, that was so sad.
It was me and Brandon went to Waco. And then Brandon, I didn't even know it. Brandon told me, he said Ozzy died. Oh no! And
have you been listening to any Youngblood, Brandon? I love Youngblood.
Not too much. Like I mostly listen to a lot more kind of older stuff. I've been feeling real nostalgic, so I've been listening to like a lot of Drowning Pool and stuff like that lately. Just because I don't know, like I remember they would always have Drowning Pool on some of the old like WWE and UFC shows, and I just remember like they were everywhere. Like
Yeah.
Jay, I don't know if you ever watched those Dragon Ball Z movies, but they had a lot of drowning pool music in them and stuff. And
Ooh,
yeah, so when they're fighting and stuff, it'll
you have
like
to hit down with the sickness in any of them.
I don't think Down with the Sickness was on there, but I know like Tearing Away was a big popular one, and it was just like it would be like they would have heavy metal songs during like the fight scenes when Goku would be fighting some aliens. And then when I got the DVDs and I watched with the original Japanese music, it was just a bunch of trumpets.
Well, what's
So
so
the
funny
American one was better.
around Thanksgiving, I went over and spent a couple of days with my grandson. He's 13 now, but I went over and he was playing Las Vegas Fallout, new Las Vegas Fallout. And they play country music like from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And so he was playing. So we was going through. I was watching him playing, and I asked him 100,000 questions about the game, right? And you think I could play it, John? No, you die. I'm sorry, Nanny, you die fast. I said, okay. But he's going through it, and all of a sudden I heard, woo! I said, that's Slim Pickens.
Oh, Slim Pickens.
How do you know Slim Pickens? I said, honey, I've known Slim Pickens my whole life. But it's really cool how they've incorporated that music into that game.
Pickens or Slim Whitman?
I don't know. I guess Whitman.
It's Whitman was the one that I loved how Rob Zombie used that song whenever the sheriff gets killed, and it's that high note that's like.
In Invaders from Mars, that's what kills the aliens.
That reminds me, Jay, on I think it's Fandango at home. They have where you can watch movies for free, and I'm gonna finally be able to watch the old '50s Invaders from Mars because I think I only seen the '80s one.
What did Invaders from Mars? What am I thinking about? It's old
Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
Dude, we have to take a picture. We have to take a picture at that weed store in Waco that has the Mars Attacks aliens.
Aww.
They're spray painted on it. Now, we don't smoke weed, but I just want to be like, we're not here for the weed. We just want to take a picture with the alien that's on the building.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
it's so cool looking.
I've got a weird question. When you buy your tickets at the movies, because like I said, it had been several years since I went, but when you go in, do you actually hand somebody a ticket?
We do. We go to a kiosk and it prints it out, or you can go to a person. And
usually we use the kiosk.
Unless it's the AMC, I'm pretty sure we could have snuck into the AMC because it's so run down and ghetto that they just don't even care about their jobs.
Here's my ticket, right?
And
with my receipt, Brandon. And I asked the kid when I was getting my popcorn because I noticed people were just going down to the movies, and I said, "Who's taking our tickets?" He said, "You got it at the kiosk." Or how do you say that? And I said, yeah. He said, nobody, we don't take tickets here. And I thought, well, how the hell are they going to know everybody paid that's going down to these movies?
You just walk in there and just go to the movie.
We could at the AMC. The Cinemark takes tickets, but the AMC, it's kind of like you go there. The auditoriums are kind of. My seat literally fell apart, and I threw the seat at Jay, and he's like,
and Brandon gave me a big chunk of seat that fall off.
Oh my God. But anyway, I was just curious because years ago I'd go to Cinemark and at the window. Now this is right as you go in is where I bought my ticket. There's nobody at the windows, in other words. But at the windows, you get your ticket, you go in, and somebody's there to take your ticket before you go down and go into your theater. But I said, well, this is new.
Well, AMC is kind of the ghetto theater, but apparently we haven't seen them yet. But apparently, Cinemark has mice.
Okay.
And there's been on Channel 10 News. There was big news report about how people have been finding mice in the Cinemark theater.
But it's so clean. Like you would think the AMC would be the one that would have the mouse problem, but no. It's the AMC ones. It's so weird because you go into the AMC. and like it kind of looks nice when you go in. They have this nice little cocktail bar to where people can have drinks and stuff. And then when you go to the actual auditoriums, like the seat fell apart when we saw Megan. The projector froze. When I saw The Conjuring 4, I think it's 4, whatever the last Conjuring movie was, one of the lights didn't go out and it was like flickering.
Oh no.
And we're like, The Conjuring, it's in here with us.
There you go. There's your ambiance. That's funny. Yeah, we had a movie theater that they turned it into a dollar theater, right? And then every Saturday night for years, they'd have Rocky Horror Picture Show, and the whole cast would come and do the do's, down on the floor in front of the stage. I mean, you're watching the movie. You can look at them if you want to, but you don't got to. You know what I mean?
I wish that would come to one of the theaters in Waco, because I want to get the Frankenfurter suit. You can get on Amazon. You can buy it for like $50-$60. You can buy the whole Frankenfurter suit.
They need to have it to where you can wear costumes, because there was a guy, I seen this girl I used to go to high school with. She posted a picture with the guy, and he had a ghost face mask on, but he didn't have the costume. And for some reason, the theater wouldn't let him have the whole costume. But it's like he's covering his face anyway. So why can't you?
I don't know, what I could get away with Frankenfurter, because he's wearing.
But they're real weird about costumes now. Because I remember when they first started doing the Marvel movies.
The doctor shirt, the doctor shirt he wears.
The transvestite, yeah, there you go. I know
the hospital shirt he wears, and I kind of got the Tim Curry lips, so I can put the lipstick on.
I think you could get away.
Get a black wig. I think I could pull off Frankenfurter.
I think you could get away with that, but they need to do it to where you can wear costumes. Because I remember when I saw Halloween Ends, there's a fat Michael Myers, and he looked like Peter Griffin with the Michael Myers mask. And I'm not judged because I'm fat too, but it was funny. And they're like, "Take your mask off," and he was all. It's like, why, bro? Like, it ain't like I don't know. They're real. Ever since that dude shot up The Dark Knight Rises, they've been weird about costumes.
And they last night everybody had on their Star Wars stuff, Well, no mask or no headgear, but there's grown men walking around with stuffed Grogu's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I'm a little off. I'm a little unhinged, but I wouldn't even take my Grogu up to the movie theater. I don't know.
To dress like Ghostface when me and my buddy saw Scream 7, and like I asked the theater people, and like, we don't want nobody wearing no mask. They're like, damn, all right.
It ain't like I'm fun,
Just let people have fun.
Yeah.
Ever since that, I don't know, do y'all have cops at y'all theaters? Because sometimes we go, there's no police, and then other times I've been, and it's like Rambo, like with the vest.
There's two different security guards I saw that because there is a bowling alley in this theater. A regular bowling alley. There is it's like 5 pins, I think, and there's or 5 lanes. And then there's a bar, full bar. And you can also order food there. Then they got the concession stand. And on the other side of the building, there's an arcade. Shoot, I paid me some skeet ball like I know what I was doing before I left. Yeah, so it's pretty cool, Me up there, no kids in there, kid come up near me, I growl at him. Don't bother. I'm gonna try to get that toy out machine. You never can.
Jay and I try to do the arcade at the Cinemark, but they make it so confusing. They don't take quarters now. You have to buy tokens on a card or something.
Yeah,
it's like,
I put $20 on a card.
I'm like, why can't you just put quarters in there?
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
I climbed on the little motorcycle thing, and I was like, dude, I feel like I'm gonna break this. I need to get off.
I had fun though. I mean, I really did. I said, I won't pass an arcade with or without any kids in tow. I'm gonna go with it in an
Do
arcade.
y'all remember? Y'all remember? I could have sworn when I was real little. This is probably when I was like maybe like 7 or 8. There was a theater that was by the Richland Mall that had a game to where you would shoot the zombies with the little gun.
There used to be a theater just right outside of Richland Mall. There used to be two theaters inside the mall, and there was a theater outside the mall.
Yeah, and you walk up a whole bunch of steps to
And
get
all
up.
those damn stairs, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
remember.
that's where I saw Raising Arizona, which is my favorite comedy. That's where I saw Raising Arizona. That's where I saw what else did I see? But anyway, that theater outside of Richland Mall. That's where I saw Raising Arizona and saw several other films.
Yeah, but I could have sworn, like, okay, so I remember because there was one that was outside the Richland Mall, and they had a game to where it's like you had a gun and these zombies would pop up, and you'd pop the zombies with the gun, and that was pretty cool.
When we were growing up, we had duck hunt. And same thing. It was a rifle on a stock thing, that you could shoot.
You'd shoot the duck, and then the dog would come up.
It'd go like this. Yeah, they brought that back for the Wii, and that dog, because if you missed, that dog pissed me off because like he started like he would laugh at you and be like, I was like, ain't the dog supposed to catch the bird when we shoot it?
Get out there and get that. How am I gonna cook it if you don't go get it?
I missed the Wii, man. That was fun when I had a Wii because it had like for the racing game, you had like a little steering wheel and.
Yeah, we last Christmas, not this last one, but 2025 Christmas, 2024 Christmas, my grandson got a Wii, and all the games and accessory. One of his dad's best friend had it in mint shape all those years, and he said, "Well, I was going to go on eBay and try to find everything, put it all together," and I did the bowling. I like the bowling.
The Wii bowling was fun.
Yeah, and his dad's friend said, "Oh, no. I'll just give it all to y'all." But these are men that are in their early 40s that have toys from when they were little bitty kids in mint shape. They didn't open the boxes. So anyway, David said, "No." Darren said, "No, I'm not gonna let you give it to me. I'll pay you a fair amount for it because it's kids' big Christmas." And John had a blast with it.
Yeah, the Wii was cool. What I want to get is they brought back the wrestling figures they're kind of rubbery and you could like stretch on them and pull on them. Yeah.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah. But Brandon, did you ever get that Nintendo to work?
That bootleg Nintendo. I have to get a TV that has the red, yellow, and white coaxials.
Okay.
Because my TV only has HDMI ports.
I wonder if there would be something you could get from Amazon.
There is. There is. It's like an adapter. I'm curious to see if it works because I didn't notice it at the time, but when I bought it, Nintendo was misspelled, and we bought it from some Indian people. And it has 4 buttons instead of the 2, so I'm like,
it's a bootleg,
So yeah, dude, because you know how you're in the mall and you see like the people in the middle, like not the store. Yeah. That's where I got it from. Our mall is packed, and I keep hearing about people. The malls are dying. The Richland one is always jam packed.
Yeah. I was the only one.
I like to watch those old YouTube videos of all these abandoned, big 2-3 story malls that are abandoned. They have maybe 1 store, 2 stores that are open in it, and but the Richland Mall is just jam packed. It's always a bunch of people there, and
Austin,
going back to the 80s.
This last last 4 or 5 years, Austin had a mall I used to take April to all the time because she loved her Hot Topic when she was coming up, and it's Highland Mall. They sold it to Austin Community College. And now you go to college in that mall. And I thought that was the coolest way to repurpose that mall.
The one in Hillsboro, the outdoor one that was pretty much vacant for years, they finally tore it down and they're going to build a Waffle House and a bunch of food places.
But when we were growing up, we had the Lake Air Mall in Waco, the Lake Air Mall, and it had a little movie theater outside of it, and it had a little strip mall. You can go and get your picture of Santa Claus at Christmas time. I love that picture. It's April getting her picture of Santa Claus, and she's screaming, crying.
Well, that was when she was a year old. She's big fat baby, and then Shane, her brother, was there, and Mom and Daddy and I carried him over there to get the picture of Santa Claus. Shane's up there like, hey, I'm gonna give me some shit. I know I'm gonna give me. He's grinning. They're 4 years apart. The baby, she's like, what the fuck did you do to me? I still have that picture.
And you get that picture, she's crying.
She didn't know who that man was handing her to. And I'll never forget, Daddy handed her over to him. He's holding her real sweet like. Shane's sitting on the other leg, smiling like he just got some fried chicken, And Mama goes, go, JC, get that baby. Get that baby. Don't make her. She had lost her worms. Because
Dude, we wanted to take a picture with Santa Claus at Richland, but he was too damn expensive, man. It was like $50.
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been funny if we got to take a picture with Santa Claus.
I think the last one, of course, April's kids, real quick, didn't want nothing to do with Santa Claus. I mean, I remember David and I carried John to a park next to us that has all kinds of activities and stuff. And Santa Claus was walking around giving out candy, and I had him up in my arms. He was about 2.5, and he's looking like to break his little neck because Santa Claus was approaching us, and he didn't like Santa Claus, And then all of a sudden, the little guy shifted to the other side of my body, and I'm holding him. I'm like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, Santa Claus is right there beside us. And Santa Claus on the other side of me. He said, I didn't mean. He said, did I scare you? And John said, no!
Why is it that people are scared of Santa? Because I think when I was a little kid, my parents said, like, I was kind of scared of him at first, and then I was cool with it. I don't know. Is it the beard or I don't know. It's like.
Well, if you get to thinking day to day, nobody sees somebody that looks like that.
No, it's
a little kid,
If you're a kid, it's a stranger. You're being sent on a stranger.
Well, I mean, but look at him. He's all.
You got this big white beard. And
but even because we have Santa Claus come to the rest home when they have a Christmas party, and those kids ain't scared of Santa. They love him. But when I was little, I was kind of scared of him too, and. I was like, and like you go up there, then I was like, oh, he brought me presents. I guess he's all right. But I would always be like, when I'm asleep, like he comes in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that damn song. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when
you're awake.
He's creeping. He's creeping, y'all.
How creepy ass is that? The man knows when you're sleeping and when you're awake.
Or what's that song from the old Silent Night, Deadly Night? It's like Santa's watching, Santa's creeping. Yeah, I want to rewatch that movie.
He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good, for goodness sake.
Yeah, but we, the grandkids, we never held that really over them. But they're just like, no, not interested.
Or there was always those kids that were too cool for Santa Claus. Like, oh, I'm too cool for Dad. I don't believe in Santa Claus.
Well, last year she was 10 when finally Mom and Dad set her down and said, "Now listen." And her brother's 2 years older than her, so I thought, well, they're 17 months apart. Same thing. I thought he probably had told her, "There's no Santa Claus. That's Mama and Daddy," because he figured it out when he was 8. He's like, "Oh no, I know better." But And these kids are pretty privileged, you know what I'm saying? If it says I anything, they got it, you know. But they do monitor them real closely online, so that's good, thank God. But anyway, you know, they told Dorothy, she said, you know, I wondered because something I got for Christmas last year, I told y'all I liked it, and it was on eBay. So I thought Santa buys from eBay, you know. And she said, but I kind of thought so. And so April and Darren were all expecting her to be sad about it, you know. She said, no, I feel like now I got a straight shot to what I want.
Dude,
because they'd make her make a list, you know, write a list.
I want to rewatch that Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. 'Cause I think that might be one remake I like better than the original.
I definitely liked it better than the original, and I like where they kind of went, you know, with the direction they went with the character. It made him a character that you liked because he's killing bad people. He's killing, you know, he kills a bunch of Nazis. He goes to a Nazi party, and it says on the screen, "Kill." It's like kill whatever that marks it out. Kill the Nazis, and had a lot of fun with that one. Yeah, the Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Dude, that should be a movie. Santa Claus versus the Nazis.
There you go.
And it sets up a sequel at the end that I'm looking forward to see it. I hope they make the sequel because I really enjoyed that, and I've been trying to find it. It's not streaming yet. I really want to see it again.
I'm hoping that I don't know, because they keep talking about, because they're doing that Crystal Lake show and that Texas Chainsaw Massacre show, and they're all like, we're gonna do like a Halloween show, and it's kind of like I would rather have movies and TV shows, but you know.
What I wish they would do, and they'll never do it, because they've already told the Michael Myers story.
I'm kind of getting tired of Michael Myers.
I didn't like any of those sequels. I finally went back and finally watched them because I went for years. I never watched any of those sequels. I finally watched them. I thought a few were okay, but none of them I wanted to return to because I've always thought the original Halloween should have just ended with when he disappears. That should have been the ending. You should have been done with Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Halloween, I love Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It should have just been called Season of the Witch. But I wish that's what they would do. They would make Halloween movies like they did with Season of the Witch and tell a different story with each movie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I wish
Michael Myers is kind of getting like when 2018 and Kills came out, I was like, yeah, this is cool. But then by the time I got to Ends, I'm like, he needs to kind of rest for a little bit, you know.
I still haven't seen Kills or Ends. I haven't seen those two.
I think that's what's good about them Terrifier movies is we got a little bit of a break from since the third one. It's been enough time, I think. Yeah.
And they're saying that this will be the last one. I think it should be. This should be the end of the Terrifier films. As much as I love Art the Clown and love his antics, this is the time to end it. Time to bring the story home. And what I hope is that there will be a big epic Valkyrie battle between the girl with the sword, that her father left her this sword with the magic powers, and a big epic battle between her and Art. We need to really see them throw down.
It taking place on New Year's, I could see being kind of cool too, or funny. I could see Art the Clown maybe there's some people watching a big firework display and he's going on a rampage, or maybe he like takes a Roman candle like Friday 5 and shoves it down someone's throat or something.
Well, that's what they said, that big Valkyrie fight. It should be like, they're fighting and fireworks are going off in the background. That would be so cool.
Or like, what if Art the Clown? Never mind. I got 4th of July mixed up with New Year's, but like I was thinking, what if he dressed like Uncle Sam? But that's 4th of July. Never mind. For some reason, I was thinking fireworks, and I got my holidays mixed up.
Well, New Year's, a lot of people set off fireworks too.
What if he becomes a New Year's baby or something, or he
There
dresses
you
like
go.
New Year's? My
There you
buddy
go.
at work. My buddy at work was telling me that there's a movie called Uncle Sam that I need to watch. You know what that is? It's like
It's been forever. I have seen that, but it's been forever since I've seen that. But yeah, it's one of those kind of so bad it's good kind of horror films.
Okay. But what were you gonna say?
Well, they should end it with 4. They should finally wrap it up. Art and don't and this is something Brandon has said several times. Don't over explain Art's origins. I don't really want to know, a big background about where he's come from and all that. He's an evil clown from hell. That's all I need to know. You don't need to really give him a big origin story or anything like that. I really don't want. I don't want that. I want some mystery about Art.
I hope that they get the tone because I like 3, but it didn't. There's some scenes in 3 that were like super dark and serious, and there's some that are like super comedic. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of was weird.
Well, two, I think, bridged the comedic with the creepiness the best. 2's my favorite.
One, I don't know. Like the first time I saw 1, I didn't care for it as much, but after watching 2, it made me like 1 more.
Yeah.
1
I kind of see as sort of a proof of concept. Just kind of like here's the kind of story. Here's a character, and here's what he does, and there's not much of a story in 1, but
I'm hoping that they'll do more All Hallows Eve movies because I love that anthology kind of thing too.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's good, but it gets kind of like I said, it's very kind of mean spirited, like some of the stuff, But I dug it. There's like a alien story in the first one that's kind of cool,
and it's the first time that Art the Clown appears, and don't he kills kids in it? Don't he?
Yeah, he kills. There's 2 like Art the Clown type segments in there, like 2 stories, and they're very. The guy does a good job, but it's very. You could tell like Grindhouse, almost like you're watching like an old Grindhouse movie or something. But it could be a bit much,
Hey y'all,
or at least for me a little bit.
I'm going to say 2 or 3 things, and then I'm going to let y'all have it.
Hey, I'm about to wrap up myself anyway. So, but go ahead.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Brandon, for letting me horn in. I've really enjoyed it.
No, thank you for joining us.
Everybody that's watching, please don't forget, whenever you watch it, please join the channel. It's free. Also, give us a thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up.
And if you're so moved, please share it with somebody that may not have heard of Jay's shows, because we really all appreciate it. We really do.
And we're going to try not to wait as long because it's been over a month since we've done a show. I'm not going to try not to wait as long.
Before Kathy goes, Akers had a question that said, what director would direct you the best?
Oh, me?
Or anybody, like all of us.
Well, I don't know. I like everything Richard Linklater's put out.
I'm going to go with him too. I'm going to go with Richard Linklater.
Dazed and Confused. Oh my gosh!
Being a hick, being country,
right?
Being Southern, and I could see Richard Linklater.
Well, he's down to earth. You know what I mean?
I think he's from Austin.
He is from Austin. Yeah. Yeah.
I would say Charles B. Pierce for me, because I kind of like that kind of Southern, like Legend of Boggy Creek, Town That Dreaded Sundown type.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys.
Anyway, but Brandon, stay with me here, but I'm going to sign off for you guys. But anyway, thank you for watching. Anyone that did Akers, and who was it else that commented? Anyway, it's who was it? William Blasco. Hey, wait, William Blasco. Yeah, and Akers. Those were the only two that really.
Share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and well, like I say, we intend to do this more often and not wait over a month to do the next show. So I don't know what the subject will be, but we'll see you guys again, hopefully pretty soon. So thank you guys. Y'all have a good night, and thank you for watching. Okay.